don't really know where to start with this video, to be honest. I thought I'd wait a few days before making it because, quite honestly, when I first heard about Charlie Kirk being shot, I was just so pissed off. Yeah, it's just madness. My first initial thought was, to be honest, outing myself politically here, but watch the subscribers go down now by a couple of hundred probably. But your vibe attracts a tribe, done it? So yeah, my first thought was the fucking left. It's always, I mean, the school shootings, political shootings, it's always some confused kid on the fucking left. That was my first thought. I was pissed. And then I think what I found out about it on the evening, I think we're about 5 hours ahead of America, but I didn't find out until about 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, fucking devastated. Yeah, and then went to bed that night and then woke up the next day to a load of posts saying, like don't get me wrong, I love a good conspiracy. I think if you're not a little bit conspiracy minded at this point, there's something fucking wrong with you. Like, you're not paying attention. If you genuinely have full trust in your government and the media, you must believe in a tooth fairy as well. I don't know what to say to you, to be honest. If you've got this far from 2020 to now, still trusting your government, don't know what to say to you. But yeah, so usually I'm a bit conspiracy minded, and I saw a few posts and it was saying like something's not right. His ring on his finger flips from his ring finger to his little finger, and there was some other things like something on his shirt flying off or whatever. And at first, the ring thing, I did look at it a bit like, oh, that's weird. Wasn't really sure what to make of it, but I just, you know, when you just get that feeling in your heart, like in your gut, and you're just like, no, it's legit. Like, you can't fake that. That was legit. Yeah, so I was just a bit, didn't really know what was going on with the ring situation. It took about half an hour maybe to debunk the conspiracy theories surrounding the ring. I think if you're going to call yourself a conspiracy theorist or a truther, you shouldn't really call yourself that unless you're willing to look at both sides objectively, look for and against the conspiracy. Otherwise, you're looking at it through conspiracy tinted glasses, basically. So yeah, they're easily debunkable. The ring, he's been seen quite often playing with it. It's like a hinge ring, so it flips like open, and like if you flip the front of it open, it would obviously land on the little finger, so that's why it looked like it switched fingers. So easily debunkable. I can upload footage if anybody doesn't believe me, if anyone else is very conspiracy minded. And the other thing was he had like a little black thing on his shirt, and when he got shot, it kind of flew off towards his neck, like where he got shot, and everyone was like, oh my god, like, because you can see like a little tube thing as well underneath his t-shirt, and everyone's like, oh, it's obviously fake, that's where blood come from. Like, fucking, I get, I mean, there's suspicious things surrounding a lot of stuff that we see on the TV. I remember back in 2020, our TV, like our news, showing us footage of China, people just dropping dead in the streets, people dead on the path, on like benches, dropping dead in parks, in shops. And I mean, it's like, oh, you're all gonna die of COVID. Funnily enough, I'm jabbed. That didn't happen. I'm still alive. I worked in a care home in healthcare. Didn't get one jab. Quit my job to avoid the jab when they tried mandating it. Still alive. And I won't. I won't participate in anything they try mandating, this whole digital ID shit they're trying to do. I would rather be ostracized from society. Thank you. But that's for another video, maybe. If I don't scare you all away with this one. But yeah, basically that tube thingy in his t-shirt. God, I digress so bad, don't I? Sorry. It's been there before. Whatever it is, I don't know anything about technology. I think it's some sort of mic, and I think the little black thing that flew off was a magnet holding it on. But it's been there before. Other events he's done, you can see the little thingy under his t-shirt, the little magnet, whatever it is, holding it on. So no, it's not some blood shooting tube or whatever people thought it was, like special effects shit. It was just, yeah, another legitimate thing. So, and then as much as it would be very easy to go with the narrative of, oh, it's the left, like, you know, the left and right, In terms of political beliefs and things like that, I do lean more on the right. I don't believe that there's more than two genders. There is obviously medical anomalies, but that's not a gender, that's just a medical anomaly. If you're born like, is it intersex, I think they call it, where you're like man and woman, hermaphrodite maybe, I don't know. But that's a medical anomaly, it's not a gender. I don't believe you can change genders. I mean, taking your dog and getting it castrated doesn't make it a female dog. It's still a male dog, it just has his balls chopped off. Poor thing. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't believe in all that gender ideology bullshit, the they them crap. I don't partake in that. If you wanna, I mean, you can believe what you want, you can tell yourself what you want, and you can dress and do what you want. Leave the kids out of it, for fuck's sake, because that's when people have a problem. No one gave a shit until you started trying to bring the kids into it and doing your parades with like half-dressed people and saying it's a family-friendly event, shit like that. No one had a problem until that come along. Yeah, I have quite a lot of opinions on that as well. And don't get me wrong, no problem with people that are gay, people that are lesbian, no issue with it, bisexual, don't care. You do you, or other people, whatever you want to do, you do it. I don't have any problem with it, but what I do have a problem with is when people want you to go along with their own mental illness, which is what it is. Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. If you feel you're in the wrong body, that's gender dysphoria. If I started walking around saying, oh, I'm actually a dog, you know, take me to the vets, is that vet going to go along with it? Are they going to neuter me? Probably not. So I like to stay very firmly rooted in reality. Yeah, so politically, things like that, I am more right-wing. If I lived in America, I would definitely have guns. I wish we could have them here. Yeah, basically. And it's mad because in terms of like appearance, if you've seen my hair colours over the years, you think, oh my god, she's left. I've had my hair every colour under the sun. But I like dyeing my hair. It's nothing to do with, you know, the crazy people. Sorry. But if you think there's like 70 odd genders and you want to scream at people and you think it's justified to like shoot people because they don't agree with you and things like that, you're fucking crazy. Sorry. But yeah, politically I am more right wing, but at the same time we gotta fucking remember, like, when it comes down to it, two wings, same bird. It's all about dividing, and this might sound a bit conspiracy theory or whatever, but it really fucking is. Like, yeah, the left do some crazy shit. Like, I don't condone some of the stuff they do. I'm sure right-wing people have done some mad stuff too, you know? But it's always, in the media, it's always left versus right, black versus white, gay versus straight. Like, it's always dividing us, and it's so that we're not worried about, you know, what's going on. It's like, watch this hand, don't watch that one. Yeah, and things just didn't seem right with Charlie Kirk's death. And it turns out he, just gonna put it out here, I'm not accusing anybody, but Bibi Netanyahu, I feel like maybe he knows what happened. It's not adding up. The timeline isn't adding up. And I just think he turned down like bribery, pretty much. He turned down bribery from Israel. He was invited to go for dinner with Bibi Netanyahu, which, why? But yeah, he turned that down also, and he started speaking out against Israel recently, because I'm not sure, I don't really know what the TV in America is telling people to make them think that Israel is cool, and all the people being slaughtered on a daily basis by Israel in Gaza, Yemen, wherever, like, that's okay, that's fine for babies to have to be, like, have limbs amputated with no anesthetic because they don't have it, for families to be starved and to be told, oh yeah, go to this part of Gaza, that's a little safe area, you can all go there, and then they get there and then bombs, you know? I don't know what in the fuck your TV is telling you to make you think that Israel isn't the fucking problem. And I understand why, because Israel really, I mean, they got their hands in all the pies, haven't they, in America and everywhere else too. Our country's a fucking mess as well. But unfortunately in America, I think a lot of things aren't coming out. Like, a lot of people voted for Trump. I probably would have too, to be fair, if I was in America. I definitely wouldn't have voted for that kiddie sniffer, fucking senile bloke Biden. And oh my god, that woman, I forget her name, just laughs. She just laughs, like, a lot, because she doesn't know what's going on. And she kind of looks at, like, anytime an interviewer asks her a question or anything like that, she just kind of looks like how a pigeon would look at a Rubik's Cube. Like, just confused and intrigued. I forget her name. Can't remember it. The woman that was, I think she was in charge for a little bit, I don't know, in charge. Yeah. Lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, that was it. This is probably going to be a mess of a video, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think a lot of people would have voted for Trump as well, because they were hoping that the Epstein list was going to be released. It's not been released. Around the time that Charlie was shot, they actually voted against releasing the files. Don't know why. And like, when Trump was asked about it as well, and he was just like, oh, are we still talking about that Epstein guy? Yes, of course we fucking are. Because how are we supposed to just drop the fact of a massive elite paedophile ring? I mean, we've had Diddy, we've had Epstein, the Queen's son, forget his name, that nonce. And they're all, I mean, the whole royal family are wrong ones, to be fair. I mean, the Queen, guess you gotta give it to her. She was a devoted cousin to her husband, if you're into all that. But yeah, back to Epstein. Obviously nobody knows where his money was coming from. It seems like he did have quite a lot of ties to Israel, and it seems like that was probably where a lot of his money was coming from. I mean, if you want to try and control a country surreptitiously from the inside, what better way than to incriminate them all in something? I mean, there's not really a worse crime than being a nonce, is there? So what better way than to try and incriminate them all, or a lot of high up people at least, through things like that. So I think Israel that's probably where Epstein got his money from. He incriminated these people, let them come to his island, they did whatever, and I think that's why the files aren't being released. Also, a lot of very powerful people are on those lists. They don't want it coming out. I think we can speculate a lot of the names already. Yeah, so, and it's just, I don't know. I think America is being bribed in a lot of ways by Israel. And I think when Charlie Kirk started speaking out against Israel, and also speaking about the Epstein files, suddenly he's shot. And I don't think it was by some gay, confused kid. I don't think he was like, I mean, who's going to be mad enough? Like, he's never, if you watch his videos, and I can debunk all of it, when people say, oh my god, he's gay, he's racist. No, he's not. Fuck off. You've got eyes, you've got ears. Go watch a video. Go check. He's not racist. He's not homophobic. That word makes no fucking sense. So who's scared? Like, do you know what I mean? Scared. Phobia is meant to be scared of something. But anyway. Yeah. No, he's not. No, he's really not. I just think, who is going to be that mad at life that they're just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to go fuck my life up at 22 years old, just going to go shoot some bloke for talking logic, sense, and politely. I've never ever seen him take the piss out of anybody. Like, it's always in the most respectful way. If he disagrees, like, he just does it in the most respectful way with just facts and honesty. I don't see it. And like, obviously, like I said, the timeline doesn't match up. If you want to find any more information on it, definitely look at Candace Owens, because she is like a dog with a bone at the moment, and I love it. She's just not dropping it, which is brilliant. But fucking, she's going to need to up her security, I think. Especially with how much she's talking about Bibi Netanyahu. So yeah, she's probably going to want to up her security. But yeah, I have rambled on massively. But yeah, it's just fucked up. I don't for a second believe it was that Tyler kid. Not unless it's some MK Ultra shit, I don't know. But I don't believe it's him. It doesn't add up. The pictures, a lot of them don't match. The timeline doesn't match. It just all seems like a load of shit. And even the messages between him and his boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I don't know. You know what I mean? Partner, those messages, they just don't make sense. The way he's talking, it's like he's trying to purposely clarify, yes, it was me, I did this at this time, I did that. Do you know what I mean? impose a false narrative, and the wording that he's using as well, like, oh, my vehicle. Who the fuck says that? Maybe it's more of a thing in America, but I've never in my life heard anyone be like, oh, I'm just gonna pop out to my vehicle a minute. No, your car, your van, your truck, your fucking boat, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You don't, who says vehicle? It's weird. I feel like vehicle is something that police would say. Suspect is in a vehicle, like, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I do not for 1 second believe that it was just some 22-year-old kid that was mad because Charlie said something he didn't like. I'm not really a betting woman, but I would place a good bet that the answer can be found somewhere within Israel. Yeah, I could ramble about this sort of stuff all day long. Political stuff, state of the world, like our country at the moment. Fuck you now. There was a protest in London recently, and everyone's saying, like, well, a lot of people, the left mostly, turns out, like, I never really noticed them before, but yeah, it turns out we have a left too, and they are just as demented. Yeah. Saying that it's racist to have an England flag. Yeah, that's where we're at in this country. It's racist to have an England flag. Like, surprise, you're in fucking England. What did you think? Like, it's okay when the World Cup's on because everybody loves football and they all lose their shit over it, but any other time of the year, you're not allowed to have an England flag. It's racist. And yeah, we had this protest in London, and the media was like, oh, well, there was about 100,000, 110,000. Bullshit. If you're gonna lie, at least try and hide the footage, or, you know, try and make it believable. There was not 110,000. There was easily in excess of 2 million, I would say. Some people are saying 3 million, I don't know, but, and then if you take into account the amount of people that would have loved to have been there that couldn't, for whatever reason, yeah, I think a good half of the country does not want this digital ID shit. And is not happy about the boats. If you don't know the situation at the moment in England, we've got asylum seekers. Don't know where the women and children are in all of this, but we have got thousands of fighting age men every day coming over in little blow up boats. They're, you know, trying to get to safety. They're risking a longer journey to get to England because they could have stopped at France, they could have stopped at any other country on the way, but no. Got to come to England. Yeah, all fighting age men. Haven't seen a single woman or child on any of these boats. When you look at the pictures, they're all coming over, and they're illegal immigrants. And so what are we doing? Are we pushing our boat back out to sea? Off you go on. Nope. Nope. We're housing them. We're funding them to stay in hotels. We are providing them with money, food, this, that, the next thing. I've heard that they're even being given like phones and stuff. God knows why. And yeah, so obviously people started protesting outside the hotels, things like that. And then our government thought, oh, I know, yeah. Instead of posting them off back to where they come from, we're gonna just house them in military bases instead. It looks to me like they are, again, conspiracy minded, but all fighting age men being funded and pretty much fucking welcomed into the country, not being deported, and then being housed in military bases. It looks as though they're trying to start some sort of, you know, military. And I don't think it's for the good of the British people. I don't think they're here to protect us, funnily enough. Yeah, it is fucking madness. And obviously everyone's pretty pissed off about it. The state of the country as it is, most people can't afford all of their bills each month. You've got to kind of pick, am I going to pay my water bill this month? Am I going to pay my electric? Food prices have doubled. Electric bills are ridiculous. Mine has pretty much tripled in the 3 years since I've lived here. Yeah, the country is a fucking mess, an absolute mess. If you are interested in what's going on in England at the moment, I can happily make a video on that. All 5 of you that'll probably be left once you've heard my rant about there's only 2 genders and shit, but what can I say, really? Sorry if it offends you, but it is true. So if reality offends you, that's going to be a bit of a problem all your life. That doesn't make me the problem. That makes your inability to accept truth the problem. So sorry about that. But yeah, this was supposed to be about Charlie Kirk and debunking the bollocks surrounding it. So yeah, so RIP to Charlie Kirk, and since the day it happened, my thoughts have been with Erica and the children. And that's another thing as well, like Erica posted that video and everyone's like, oh my god, his hands are rubber, look how fake they are. When people are inbound, if there's not enough pink dye used, they will look more orangey, yellowy. And it could also be the lighting, like people are like, oh my god, she got her nails done like 2 days later or whatever. She didn't. It's the lighting. You can clearly see the difference in lighting from when she did the talk and when she was with him. You know, she didn't get her nails done. It's the lighting. Just fuck off with it all. Like, I love a good conspiracy theory. There's not much that I trust about the world these days, to be honest with you, in terms of the official narrative. But let the poor man rest in peace. Like, there's the only thing we should be worried about is who actually did it, because there's one thing I know for fucking sure, and it wasn't that Tyler kid. It would be very easy to blame the left. I mean, they're always doing shit like that. Oh, tolerance, you know, whilst shooting up schools because they can't work out what gender they are and shit. Sorry, but yeah, do you know what I mean? It is. It is. If you want people to not look at you like you're psychotic fucking loony bins, maybe try not to act like them. Try not to act like a mental case. It's probably a good start. Anyway, yeah. I've probably got about 5 subscribers left now. But yeah, RIP to Charlie Kirk. And if there's anything I've missed, any other weird conspiracies you've seen about it that need debunking, let me know, because just one thing I've learned about myself in the last 5 years is that if I think there's some sort of lie going on, I don't like to let it drop. Should do a video on COVID, I should. God, you'd all love me then. But yeah, anyway, I'm off. Got a very exciting day today, and I will share what that exciting day is. I probably won't make like a massive video of it. I just don't really feel like it's necessary, but off to do something very exciting now. So I will probably upload like a little video of it after. But yeah, bye-bye to probably the 5 of you that's left. See you in the next one. Bye.